The 2025 Oscars promised to be different. There was a palpable sense of excitement in the air, a feeling that this year's ceremony would break new ground and captivate audiences like never before. Conan O'Brien, known for his quick wit and affable charm, took the stage as host. His presence was expected to bring a fresh, humorous twist to the evening, steering the event away from the controversies of previous years. The goal? To steer clear of politics, to focus on the magic of movies. The producers wanted to remind everyone why they fell in love with cinema in the first place, celebrating the art and the artists. Expectations were high, but the following morning brought a harsh reality check. Despite the glitz and glamour, the event failed to resonate with viewers at home. Ratings had plummeted, lower than ever before. The numbers were a stark contrast to the optimism that had filled the air just hours earlier. The question on everyone's mind was simple: what went wrong? Analysts and critics alike scrambled to understand the disconnect between the event and its audience. The answer, it turns out, is far more complex than a single reason. It involves a myriad of factors, from changing viewer habits to the evolving landscape of entertainment. It's a perfect storm of cultural shifts, audience fatigue, and perhaps a dose of Hollywood self-reflection. The industry is grappling with how to stay relevant in a rapidly changing world. The Oscars, once a must-watch event, now face an uncertain future. The golden age of Hollywood's grandest night seems to be fading. To understand why, we need to look beyond the red carpet and into the living rooms of America. The answers lie in the changing dynamics of how we consume media and what we value in our entertainment. The truth is, a growing segment of the population simply doesn't care about Hollywood anymore. The glitz and glamour, once alluring, now feel out of touch with the realities of everyday life. Celebrities, once revered, are increasingly seen as living in their own bubble, detached from the struggles of ordinary people. This disconnect is palpable. The issues highlighted by the Oscars, often focused on social justice or niche artistic expressions, don't resonate with a public grappling with economic anxieties and political polarization. The result? Apathy. Why invest your time and emotion in an industry that seems more interested in patting itself on the back than connecting with its audience? The Oscars have always been a platform for independent cinema, for films pushing boundaries and sparking conversation. But in recent years, this focus has intensified, often at the expense of crowd-pleasing blockbusters. While critically acclaimed, many of the nominated films simply don't resonate with a wider audience. The average moviegoer might struggle to name even a handful of the Best Picture nominees, let alone feel compelled to watch a 4-hour award ceremony celebrating them. This disconnect between critical acclaim and popular appeal has created a chasm between the Academy and the very viewers they hope to attract. The entertainment landscape has undergone a seismic shift in recent years. The way we consume media has evolved dramatically, driven by technological advancements and changing viewer preferences. The rise of streaming services has fundamentally changed how we consume content. No longer are we bound by the constraints of traditional broadcast schedules or physical media. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney+, HBO Max. These platforms have become household names, offering vast libraries of content that cater to every taste and preference. The list goes on. Each platform offers a dizzying array of movies, TV shows, and documentaries, all available at our fingertips. This convenience has revolutionized our viewing habits. In this on-demand world where viewers curate their own entertainment experiences, the traditional allure of a scheduled award show diminishes. People now prefer to watch what they want, when they want. Why wait for a predetermined selection of films when you can access a global library of content with the click of a button? The power is now in the hands of the viewer. The Oscars, once the pinnacle of entertainment, now compete with an endless sea of options, many more readily available and tailored to individual tastes. This shift signifies a broader change in how we value and engage with entertainment. America in 2025 is a nation deeply divided. Political polarization has seeped into every aspect of life, and entertainment is no exception. The decision to avoid political humor at the Oscars, while well-intentioned, may have inadvertently alienated viewers on both sides of the aisle. Those who lean left may have yearned for the sharp commentary and satirical jabs that have become a staple of recent award shows. Those on the right, often wary of Hollywood's perceived liberal bias, might have tuned out regardless, feeling their values are not reflected on screen. Even for those who did tune in, the 2025 Oscars faced an uphill battle. The ceremony itself, clocking in at over 4 hours, felt excessive and out of touch with the modern attention span. Technical difficulties with the Hulu live stream further alienated viewers, leaving many frustrated and disconnected. And then there's the issue of relevance. The jokes often fell flat, the musical numbers lacked punch, and the acceptance speeches, while heartfelt, sometimes veered into self-indulgence. The overall impression? An industry out of touch with its audience, more interested in celebrating itself than entertaining the people watching at home. The decline of the Oscars is a symptom of a larger trend, the struggle of traditional institutions to remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. The audience has changed. No longer do people gather in front of their televisions to watch the ceremony live. Instead, they consume content on their own terms, through streaming services and social media platforms. Their viewing habits have changed. The rise of on-demand content means that people are no longer tied to broadcast schedules. They watch what they want, when they want, and how they want. And the entertainment landscape itself is virtually unrecognizable from even a decade ago. Streaming services have revolutionized how content is produced and consumed, offering a vast array of choices that cater to diverse tastes and preferences. The question now is whether the Academy can adapt to this new reality. Can they evolve their format to stay relevant in an age where digital engagement is key? Can they bridge the gap between critical acclaim and popular appeal? The challenge lies in recognizing and rewarding films that resonate with both critics and the general public. Can they find ways to engage a younger, more diverse audience? This new generation values inclusivity and representation, and the Oscars must reflect these values to stay relevant. Can they leverage technology to create a more interactive and engaging experience? Innovations like live streaming, virtual reality, and social media integration could transform how audiences experience the Oscars. The future of the Oscars, and indeed the future of Hollywood's relevance, may depend on the answers to these very questions. As the industry continues to evolve, the Oscars must find a way to adapt or risk becoming a relic of the past.